So you're coming right along here.
I am. Not as quickly as I was hoping, but I think it'll speed up a little more as I go.
It's looking beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And who are you?
I am Candy Kuo, and I'm actually out of Austin.
Everybody, if you remember, this is Candy from yesterday. And she was not nearly this far along when we talked to her. And she was nice. A bobcat.
A raccoon, and then we'll have prickly pear with the monarchs. Blue hair.
We have a raccoon and a bobcat.
I don't know how to.
Monarch butterflies.
I just learned this word, so I don't know how to pronounce, if it's pronounced right. They're all crepuscular animals, so they're not diurnal or nocturnal. They are primarily come out at twilight.
Oh. Hey, we all do our own thing. We do us and they do them. And what is that bird?
It's a blue heron.
A blue heron.
And they're all local native species.
Yes, we have a lot of those down on the Texas Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
Practice strokes.
That makes this really.
Looks good no matter what.
That's awesome. That's good control over the spray nozzle. I'm very impressed. What is this symbol?
It's my last name.
That symbol is your last name, and the @ is your last name.
The @ is my Instagram handle.
Kuo.
Kuo is my last name.
How do you pronounce that?
Kuo.
And that and the symbol is Kuo in another language?
In Chinese.
In Chinese. Yep. That is awesome.
I know Chinese.
Fantastic. Hi everybody. This is Candy Kuo. I met her Saturday. If you happen to be watching my live stream on Saturday, you'll remember her. And she was just in the beginning stages, or I guess in about the second stage. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, of this mural behind me. Isn't it beautiful, right? And then yesterday, on Sunday, while I was live streaming, I got to visit with her again, and she was working over on that side. And this is Monday morning, and she's come back and finished up. And you're about to hit the road and head to the next project, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're going to head back to Austin, have a busy, completely packed month for the rest of October into November, and then we'll see what goes on from there. Our schedules always kind of fill up really, really quickly.
You just never know.
So yeah, it's one of the.
How far do you travel, Candy, to do this?
Oh, to do this?
To do murals.
I have traveled. We actually just got back from about a 2-week trip in France where we painted in France.
Oh, it's not all in the United States.
No,
it's certainly not all in Texas.
No, we painted in Taiwan as well, which is where I'm from, and we actually have a trip coming up next year to paint in Japan, and then fingers crossed we're planning a trip to paint in Vienna as well. We have a friend out there, and a couple more spots that we're hoping to get.
If you hear background noise, they're disassembling a lot of the structures for the Texas Arts and Music Festival that took place this past weekend. And during the Arts and Music Festival every year, Brenham, we have a host artists who paint new murals. And Candy, we're fortunate enough to have her for this time. And I have a couple of things to ask you. You explained to me that you had kind of mixed feelings, and so did I. You painted over another mural that has been here for a number of years. And you said sometimes that's the expectation of artists. You know, they don't last forever, right? I'm sorry about that. Could you hang on just a second? Oh, please.
Yeah.
It's going to ruin it. It happens more often than not. There's
Yeah.
something going on.
I mean, they're doing their job too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I walked over and asked the guys disassembling the piping and all the stuff, the structures, to if they could keep from banging them so loud. We'll see how that goes. I wanted to ask you some of the things that have occurred to me since I first met you and we talked about this. You have to come up. Nobody tells you what to paint, right?
Mm-hmm.
That comes from you. Or is it they ask
It
for a certain
really depends on
theme?
the job. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's completely open and you have full creative freedom. Sometimes they have a general theme or they have suggestions, but
Like
overall,
to fit in with the motif or what they got going on
Yeah,
around
yeah,
you. Right.
yeah.
That makes sense. So they commission you. Can you do a herd of wild horses or something like that?
Yeah. So sometimes it's more specific like that, or sometimes it's a whole list of things, which this one was a whole list of things where they were like, if you'd like to do one of these or anything. But I mean, they weren't super particular or anything.
Yeah.
But
Was this one, they just told you do what you want to do?
no, actually, this one, for the most part, but it wasn't like anyone told me put this here and then this goes here. So I still
Yeah.
come up with the design.
I see.
But they came up with a list for Brenham. They let me know some animals that they didn't want because they've already had murals of them.
Oh, I see.
Or like they were like no blue bonnets because there's already
Yes,
a blue bonnet
right
mural.
next door.
So no armadillos, no,
Yeah,
so that
I get it.
that kind of stuff. So they'll let you know kind of what things that people might relate to,
Yeah,
at least for
sort
this
of a
one.
broad outline, and then-
Sometimes they don't really have any stipulations at all. It's very broad. Yeah,
They kind of give you some parentheses and then you fill in what fits in those parentheses. Kind of some boundaries.
Yeah, sometimes, and then other times there's no boundaries at all, and
Right.
sometimes it's super strict.
Those are probably the ones you like the most.
Well,
You can-
yeah, but it's also nice. We do actually production work and we do sign painting, and that one is just fully.
yeah.
It's not. So that one we just paint what's already on the wall. So don't have to think at all about it or anything, and it's a little nice sometimes to turn the brain off too for that.
What about surfaces? I'm sure you a lot of different, bricks or mortars or just rocks or the different surfaces of the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Is some of that become challenging when it's kind of rough and not a nice smooth finish?
We've painted all kinds of stuff. I've painted a wall that had a door, an awning, a bunch of pipes, a window. We've painted on stucco, rough brick. That's
with
why I
what
kind
you
of like
got.
spray paint. Spray paint, it's a little easier versus using a brush because you're spraying it, but it has its own challenges, just like any
I
material.
could see where a rock wall with a brush would be a nightmare.
Yeah, you just have to get into every little crevice with a brush. I mean,
Yeah.
there's tricks to that also. Everything just comes with practice. So
Yeah. So the other thing that occurred to me, Candy, is about the paint.
yes.
And do you just go buy the cheapest paint they have at Walmart, or do you, because you want it to last, do you choose a higher quality paint, or are there special paints for murals?
There are special paints for
I
murals. These
see.
are specifically, essentially like designer artist paints. They're not the paints that you would get like Resto from Home Depot.
Yeah.
But plenty of people
You wouldn't
paint with
use
Restos.
Krylon.
Well, that's the thing. Plenty of people use Resto, Krylon, or whatever. They
What
can
if
get their
Krylon
hands
came to you and
on.
says, "Here, we'll sponsor you, provide all of your paint if you use our product"?
I mean, sure, I would,
Sure.
but the thing is with these paints, they're designed to last. They're not, spray paints that were designed to paint your furniture or something. A lot of them are UV resistant, or
And
they're
that's a
meant for
big thing,
exterior
right?
finishes, or they have exchangeable caps that you can put on there versus some you just have to use the stock cap that comes with it. So there's advantages to using paint, but at this point now, it's also a matter of color range. So there are multiple companies that specifically make spray paint for artists to use, and they have a broad range of colors. It's not just your like
Didn't
20
know.
colors from Home Depot.
It's like the big box of crayons,
Yeah.
not the little 16 pack. Right. Well, that's very cool. I learn something new every day. 'Cause, the difference is some people might think, well, a painting lasts forever. But inside, in a controlled environment,
Yes.
right? These experience the rain and wind.
The sun
and
is the biggest
right,
thing.
the
Rain's not
UV
even.
rays.
So
Right.
UV will cause
Enemy of
murals to
paint.
fade for sure.
So
But that's
people-
why, for sure, the spray paint's not. It's not cheap.
You have to
They
paint your
run up
house
to.
every so many years.
Oh yeah, but even
So-
that's like industrial paint. It lasted a little longer because of all the additives that are in it, and so the base coat, and that's why most murals, if you have a rough surface, this one had a base coat of the pink, and it
Yes.
helps just the paint to adhere to the wall a
Almost
little
like
bit
a
better.
primer?
Almost like a primer. So a tinted primer, and then yeah, spray paint cans can go up to $13 a can, and
Wow.
this one ran upwards of 30 something, 40 something cans probably. So yeah,
That's
it's not
expensive.
yeah, it's definitely not a. Plenty of people do go and just use whatever paint they have. I am obviously very lucky that I've been doing this for about 10 years now, so I have resources and I'm able to buy the paint that I need.
Right. You
Yeah.
probably buy it in bulk. You get it cheaper
I have
instead of
once,
by the
but
can.
you have to buy a lot when you buy in
Oh.
bulk. Yeah,
So the Texas Arts and Music
festival.
Festival, but it's an organization, not just this one event, right?
Yeah,
so
I'm
they
not sure.
commissioned you to do this.
Yes, I believe so. I don't.
Yes, I
Honestly,
think
I
so.
do not know if it's through the city or if it's through just the festival. But the festival reached out to me.
Maybe a collaboration.
Yeah,
right?
I think they work with the city. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So it was pretty cool. You got to meet another artist that did the neighboring mural this morning.
Yeah, she painted the
Tyler.
blue bonnets. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So very nice. Well, thank you for visiting with us.
Yeah.
And the last thing I need to tell you, Candy, is I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you
amazing.
so much, Todd.
You're very talented. Don't you think so? I'm going to get some other video within this this shot and show you this beautiful mural.
Yeah.
But I live in Brenham and I'm proud to have this in my city. I can tell you
Yay.
that. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Safe travels to you.
Thanks so much.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Treat other people the way you want to be treated, including the critters, right? Mm-hmm. All right. We'll see you next time on the YouTube trail. Bye, Candy.
Bye.
Awesome.
Yay.
Awesome.